Coming from a very damaged household of, my mom at the time had lost her mother, right whenever I was being born. And I think that was very traumatic for her. And, she was pretty young, probably about 24, 25. And that's about when I had my daughter too. So like, I understand cognitively like where she was at. Well, not only in that downward spiral, but she got to a point where she wasn't comfortable with being on her own. So she was getting involved in relationships that weren't healthy. And that's kind of where everything fell apart, right around the age of, 9 or 10, just that compounding years of that buildup. And, then the next 6 years of my life were hell until I was brought down from there to Springfield. So being at the ranch, that was a big growth moment for me. For granted, I got there whenever I was 16, very structured and tucking your shirt in and all that stuff. I hated it. But the reason I hated it is because I wasn't taking it seriously. I just wanted to get out, go do my own thing. Probably took me 6 months of wasting time there and not doing anything until I bought in and really applied myself. Then I loved being there. It was fun. And I had to stop worrying about what my neighbor was doing and focus on what I was doing in order to better benefit myself, because I didn't want to go back to where I was before. I would say the ranch really built me up to not only trust myself, but also to trust the people that truly want to help you. Because if I was not to go to the ranch, I was on a path for either death or prison. So then moving into Footsteps, all I had was trust in the program, right? And within myself. So I'd moved over there and got oriented pretty quickly. I mean, it was juggling for a couple of weeks, got situated and was like, okay, focus on what you need to do, continue to absorb all the information, even though life gets really busy quickly. But being able to learn how to survive there as an adult and cook meals and do your laundry and stuff was probably like my largest takeaway. My daughter's 3 now, she just turned 3. That's right there is the number one thing that's tests my patience, but also she's, one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me. It's really just staying disciplined, doing what I gotta do, not only to provide for myself, but to provide for her too, because I did not have that as a child. Coming from a very damaged home to a very structured, loving, disciplined, motivated, whatever you want to say, home, and structuring that for her, it's my greatest win ever. At some point in time, my daughter will really figure out who her dad is, not for being her dad, but who he is for being a person and for being Drake. And that when that question comes up in her life, I want her to have a promising feeling.